Discord?
It is.
Is it streaming just us talking, or is it everything at Discord?
It's just us talking.
Okay. Just making sure you don't get doxxed or some shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
We are live.
You're alive.
I'm just gonna send it places. Yeah, there we go, I think. All good. Let me just...
Okay, I'm muting my phone so it doesn't play during the live stream.
I'm plugging my headphones.
I got a glass of water here.
Easy, stupid.
Who's stupid?
I say, I'm just taking a minute to get everything ready. It is up, though.
Mm. It is up. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up the stream so I can see the chat.
Yeah, I've got it. Hello, everybody.
Are people here right now?
Yeah, we got people already. I haven't even posted
Oh
it to
my
DBM.
goodness.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome.
guys.
Welcome to the first DBM stream. My name is Saul. Many of people know me on the sub. We have a lot to talk about today. We're going pretty big matchup with this one. With Junko Trap. I will now take you over to my co-host, Pin.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's me. As Saul said, we're talking about the number one matchup in the sub.
Number one matchup ever.
I don't know about that, but we are talking about it.
What do you mean? It's the number
I
one
mean,
matchup ever.
there's some people who don't like this.
Everyone loves it. Anyway, today we will be debating Junko and Enoshima from the Danganronpa games against everyone's favourite DBM man, Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's. We have a few things to clarify before we jump into the debate.
Right.
And by a few things, there's a lot.
I'll let you start. What are we including for Junko today?
For Junko, we will be considering the mainline games and also the anime. Pretty short media list. Now, would you like to say what we're including for Springtrap?
Okay, so obviously we're going to include the games for him, obviously. We are semi-including FNAF World just for simple cosmology. Nothing, like, we're not including the Springtrap or Spring Bonnie in the games for him. We are also including the FNAF Silver Eyes trilogy, and we're going to include the FNAF books that relate to him. The spin-off series, the Fazbear Frights. In Dimension right now, Glitch Trap will be included for Afton, even though I know it's contentious that he's, the Mimic. But overall, me and Saul have agreed that overall, Glitch Trap and the Junko AI will mostly just cancel each other out, and they won't truly matter.
We'll get more into that as we go on to the debate.
Yeah. But Glitch Trap, we are just kind of including him, but he won't truly matter.
We'll get more into it. Anything else we need to clarify?
Yeah, so for Springtrap, as many of you know, there is a popular hacks that he has in the book Into the Flesh. We're going to talk about... for one, it's disgusting, and we're not going to talk about it for this fight. And two, it will not do anything for this debate. Yeah. It's not going to affect Junko at all. So, just getting that out there before you say, hey, do you know that one hacks...
No!
No.
It's also...
We do know, but we don't care.
Weirdly applied to Junko more than his other matchups. More than anything.
I think it's pretty obvious why.
Yeah, which is really weird. With all that being said, we can get into the debate. I guess, like Death Battle, we can have our 60-second intro. I'm not timing it.
We'll just say stop when we're done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my not companion, I guess my enemy.
You could have said competitor.
Start. No. My enemy, Saul.
Enemy.
Start first.
Okay. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate fashion eater. She's nothing more than a bratty beauty star who gets captured and killed by Monokuma. That is what we thought. In truth, Junko Enoshima is a girl hell-bent on painting the entire world in despair. She caused something known as the worst, most despair-inducing incident in the history of mankind, causing the entire world to be plunged into despair. Throughout the series, Junko displays that she is truly an evil genius through the many different things she invented. From execution devices to Mr. Monokuma himself, Junko is a powerhouse who shouldn't be underestimated. And that's me done. Spoilers for both. If you're here and you didn't know that, sorry, I might have just spoiled Danganronpa 1 for you.
You probably should have put a spoiler alert first.
If you're here, like, that's on you.
There's gonna be spoilers for both series, guys. Just letting you know now. Make sure you read the books before you go to watch
FNAF spoilers. It's the jump scare.
Yeah. I forgot. Wait, no, I forgot to announce something. There's gonna be a bunch of Springtrap stuff, and everything in his story is possibly not true. So if you're like, I don't agree with that, I don't care. So
we truly just don't care.
So for Mr. Afton, a single father of three, a mad scientist, co-owner of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza / Fredbear's Family Diner, and owner of the Freddy Fazbear sister location. A genius in all things robotics. All he wants in his entire little life is to become immortal and live forever, to cause horrible things to all people, mostly children, for the rest of his bitter life. And I think that's a good intro for him.
Yeah. This is going to have a lot to cover, so where do you want to start?
We'll let Saul begin with Junko.
Now, Junko is absolutely crazy with what she can do. She has tons of different weaponry and items in her arsenal. Whatever weapons you can think of, she's made executions out of bloody rockets crashing down into the earth. Thousands of balls hitting you. She has bats, grenades, an ice pick. So she's a very versatile foe is what I'm trying to say. She is going to be mostly playing the fight at range, which will benefit her in the long run. One of her main things is the Monokumas she has. Now, there's various types of Monokumas, and we will be covering those, but I just want to start with the very basic Monokumas that you see, similar to the ones that we see in Danganronpa 1, and their different abilities. This one, he has a lot of different things that he can do. From his claws, which are good for physical combat, his eye, which can determine a target's name, age, distance, heart rate, and velocity, and he can just blow up. Mr. Monokuma, I'm going to call him Mr. because that's his full name, has proven that he's a powerful foe. And I know it can be weird sometimes talking about Monokuma with Junko, but Junko has shown control in. The fact is that she can summon hundreds of these, and William's going to be quite overwhelmed and outskilled, considering that Monokuma had a fight with... I'm forgetting...
Wow, can't even remember her name.
Yeah, because I don't remember the Danganronpa 1 cast straight away.
It's the really buff girl.
Yeah. I am blanking.
I don't remember her name either.
I am completely blanking. But her ultimate talent is relevant to this because she's a strong fighter. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you done?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to start, just covering the basics.
Okay. So, Mr. Afton, he has lots of hacks on his disposal.
Sakura.
His most...
Sorry, just came to me.
Mr. Afton has tons of hacks at his disposal. His most notable one is his control and domination over the secret element, Remnant and Agony. Not really. But Agony is also a thing. Remnant, I think Remnant's a good start, do you think, to how Springtrap works?
You start wherever you want.
Remnant is pretty much the physical manifestation of a soul. When in Springtrap, in his oh-so-evil scientific villainy, has a very deep understanding over this. He uses it to control, manipulate, and pretty much just do so much shit with this remnant. One of his most prominent uses is over the sister location animatronics, or the twisted animatronics. He uses remnant to not so much power them up, but combine souls with artificial intelligence. With, like, for example, for Funtime Freddy, he's a very, very aggressively evil animatronic that is following William's command over pretty much anything. And inside of the sister location animatronics in Funtime Freddy, they have these devices called illusion discs. And when people or robots hear these illusion discs, it can... I don't really know the super specific science behind this, but for some reason, when it does a certain frequency, it can perceive the animatronics as something different, as like a big monster, scary. They can mimic voices, use misdirection, change their physical appearance to look more human. There's a lot these robots can do, and I think the sister location animatronics are pretty good for Afton to use. He also can probably use the FNAF 1 animatronics, but they're not super important to this conversation because they're pretty much fodder that William himself can overcome. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's definitely going to be an issue. But those sound discs are very limited. They're obviously just kind of linked to the sister location and the twisted ones. For those who don't know, the twisted ones, because I know a bit about them, they include your favourite FNAF animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Wolf. You remember Wolf, don't you? You remember Wolf?
Yeah, FNAF 1.
Yeah, Wolf was there the entire time. So, I know that they're quite active, but a lot of this is just changing their physical appearance. Which isn't really going to help, especially with the different types of Monokumas that... Because I said that there was more variants than just Mr. Monokuma himself. There are Bomber Monokumas, which have long-range explosives, which would be very good for taking out these twisted animatronics. The Junk Monokumas, which, funny enough, have their own type of jump scares as well, but are a lot more durable than your average Monokumas. The Ball Monokuma, who can charge at people at high speeds. I had to mention everyone's favourite one. Destroyer Monokumas, which I think are some of the most important ones, as they have a gas-powered flamethrower and have jetpacks, which allow them to take flight. What I'm trying to say is that while the illusion discs can be useful, I think at the end of the day, since they really only affect physical appearance, it's not going to be really messing up Junko or the Monokumas.
It's just a note. Just to mention, the sister location animatronics also have a proximity sensor that can detect anything nearby. Just to let you know, so they're not going to be surprised by anything.
Yeah.
That's important to note. They also have mimics, so they can be like, they can mimic their voices. That's also impressive, right?
I don't know. Like, proximity sensor isn't really going to be useful because the Monokumas aren't really going to be sneaking up. There's Sayur...
I'm just talking about their abilities.
Yeah, but there's Sayur Monokumas, which basically they mobilize nearby Monokumas to their location. So
the sister location animatronics also can entrap things inside of them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much more... It's shown in sister location, but the Monokumas can... not Monokumas. The sister location animatronics have like claws inside of them that can stretch out and grab things and pull them inside of them, which we see Baby do when she grabbed William's kid. And I don't know exactly if she died inside of Baby, but I guess she just kind of put her inside of him.
Yeah, I think she dies.
Yeah, dies. It pretty much just kills. Yeah, actually, it does kill. We see in inside of the book. It's with the book with Funtime Freddy. We see that when something is placed inside of one of the sister location animatronics, there's a multitude of weapons, ice, fire, swords, saw blades, everything inside of these monsters that just kill people inside of them.
Well,
which is,
Yeah.
It's not only is it used to make more and like I'm guessing to like capture more remnant, but also to capture more agony inside of the animatronics.
Yeah, but also the claws on the Monokuma should just be able to break out of any traps, you know.
Right.
Because
So,
the normal basic Monokumas can just break through
destroy them.
most metal things. So
Yeah. So, Saul, I have a couple questions for you relating to Junko that I would like to ask.
yeah, go on.
So, would you say the base form of Monokuma is stronger, is more physically imposing than Junko is?
Maybe.
Would one Monokuma be able to kill Junko? Is what I'm saying.
It depends on where you put them around the stats, which I wasn't going to get into stats yet.
You can go ahead and do that.
There's a lot of different things that Junko would scale to. The main one is obviously Toko, who was able to attack the Big Bang Monokuma. And both Monokuma Basic and Junko should be around that level. There's no real reason why Junko should not, especially because in another another game, I think it's in one of the Buck spin-offs, Junko fights against an individual who also took on her sister.
Who is military trained.
Yeah, who's military trained and should realistically scale higher than Toko. So I feel like not really.
But would like a bunch of Monokumas be able to kill her?
I mean, like, perhaps she could get overwhelmed.
Okay, I'm just saying that just for one of my questions. And the Monokumas, the robots, are they connected to a system or are they their own individual networks by themselves? Are they connected throughout an entire system together?
I don't really know if there's any showings of them being connected to a same system.
But Junko can control all of them, correct?
Yeah, she can control them.
Okay, but they're not all connected to each other.
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay. Does Junko or Junko's AI or the Monokumas have any form of resistance to mind manipulation?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say there's a direct resistance.
Do you think she could possibly do it?
Maybe. Obviously, just despair is a weird thing because that warps the mind.
You can go into it if you want to.
There's nothing really to go into. So like maybe, but I'd have to say it's an unknown.
Yep. So I think that for Junko, the biggest hurdle she's going to have to go against Afton is Remnant and Agony.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
That's going to be a very big thing for her to go against in general. And the reason why is because, as you said, the Monokumas are going to be her... when Afton and her meet, Junko wouldn't immediately want to let's just kill Afton immediately, right? She wouldn't want to do that. She would want to make sure she can break him down and make him feel despair.
Yeah.
By most likely eliminating his army and then isolating him and then killing him. Right?
Yeah, but then how far are we going from the standard death battle rules?
I'm just saying, what would be her what would she do?
It definitely would be the Monokumas. Obviously, Junko as a direct fighter is a bit shaky, although, like I said, she has proven herself to be capable, and there are statements.
Oh, yes, definitely. She has definitely proven herself as a fighter. No doubt about that.
The statements by the creator that she would be willing to fight. But I feel like the Monokumas would be a big thing.
Yeah, 100%. In Springtrap himself, Mr. Afton, he's not a super skilled fighter. He's very, very intelligent in terms of how he knows how robots work. He's a great scientist. He's a very good manipulator, but he's not like a skilled fighter compared to like how Junko is. You know?
Yeah.
So if it was just between like skills, Junko definitely is the superior one. And his stats aren't anything to super boast about. The animatronics can rip through metal, break through walls, punch holes through people, and he obviously, without even being Springtrap, him physically can just outscale them.
Mm-hmm.
And the sister location animatronics should be even more stronger than that because they're killing machines designed to induce like as much pain as possible into people.
The issue with that though is that Junko and the Monokumas should downscale from Toko, who fought the Big Bang Monokuma, which can get anywhere from 2.3 to 298.5 megatons.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you with that. Junko and the Monokumas absolutely outstat the FNAF characters.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. The FNAF characters have a lot of versatility and lots of hacks options with them. And the reason why I asked you those questions, Saul, is because I think there's an argument to be made that I think that I'm going to make really quick. Okay. It's going to be probably Springtrap's biggest win con.
Okay.
So as we learn through Sis Location, when Remnant is introduced into a machine from the form of baby, when Remnant and AI are formed together, one does not control the other. They are literally merged into the same being. Mm-hmm. Even when like the body and all like the guts and the blood, everything like that is removed from the machine, mm-hmm. the remnant that was in contact with it is still inflicted upon it. Mm-hmm. And they are literally the same being at that point. Because baby was no longer I'm Elizabeth and I'm baby. She was still baby, but she had memories of herself as Elizabeth and as baby at the same time.
Yeah. Hearty Heart Man just said the feat with the Big Bang Monokuma fluctuates depending on how big you think the Big Bang head was. But even at a low end, that's completely outstarting Afton anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Remnant can be an issue, but also the issue with that I have is that, like, if Springtrap's physical body does get destroyed, he's gonna need to possess the remnant thing because he can possess things and he can possess technology easily. The thing is though, we know that Junko is incredibly smart, very intelligent. Absolutely. Her ability, for those who don't know, Danganronpa has ultimates, which is basically you're the best at something. She's the ultimate analyst. So she's an incredible master strategist, and it borders on having precognition. So if Afton is possessing a Monokuma, Junko's going to just destroy that one, and then she can just self-detonate the rest of the Monokumas, kind of leaving Afton with nothing to possess.
Okay. Now, here's the problem solved with that. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is going to be very difficult this is going to be very complicated because this is Afton's biggest win con. So, what you're saying is I agree with. Mm-hmm. What would happen most likely is like the Monokumas would destroy Afton.
Yeah.
And he's very intelligent also. Let's not get that out of the way.
Yeah.
He knows how robots work, and he would see that Monokuma is very powerful, mm-hmm. and he would obviously want himself attached to it to kill Junko, right? That's an obvious way of thinking.
Yeah.
Now the problem is that when Springtrap, when he is going when the Monokumas, as we know, Remnant is inflicted upon physically, right? Mm-hmm. So what will most likely happen is when the Monokumas are destroying the sister location animatronics, the army that Afton has, all of the remnant that was on them is also being inflicted upon the Monokumas.
Yeah.
And also we know that the animatronics, it's been described many times in the books and in the games that the sister location animatronics can expel themselves and be like they can put themselves into other bodies. Mm-hmm. So even like the most powerful of the Monokumas can be just have no way of resisting that kind of possession. And they would be on Springtrap's side.
Yeah.
Without even Afton dying.
Now, Remnant has its issues. Remnant's biggest weakness is its fire.
Yes.
We know that Remnant can be burned away from a subject, most presently in the end of Pizzeria Simulator, isn't it? where Afton's body gets destroyed and the remnants burnt away. Junko has so many different ways to cause fires. Obviously, I mentioned the Monokumas before in the air, which wouldn't actually be making physical contact with the sister location lot. Yes, exactly, Annihilate. What's stopping the Monokumas from self-destructing and burning away Afton's remnant? The self-destruct creates fire itself. And in one of the executions, the burnings of the verse... It's Celestia's execution. There's a bunch of fire in that match, in that execution. So, and then, she has other stuff like grenades. I just don't think it's going to be a potent thing, especially when you have the flying Monokumas with flamethrowers, which should be hot enough, because it was only like 130, 150 degrees, which burnt down the thing. His body, basically.
Yeah.
So
the problem I have with that saw is that, as I described before, the sister location animatronics are also at play here, not just Afton by himself.
Yeah.
They are going to be also controlling, possessing, and controlling the Monokumas. And obviously the Monokumas would also be inflicting upon other Monokumas.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a systematic network that Afton can control her entire armory eventually. But even as you said, destroying Remnant is very possible for Junko.
Yeah.
But obviously he's not gonna be able to self-destruct the Monokumas that are already possessed, right? She can't do that.
Yeah, but also
control.
She has hundreds of these Monokumas now. So I think there will be a turning point where she realizes that her Monokumas are turning against her.
Exactly. But the problem with this is that Remnant is not the only thing at play.
Yeah.
There's another huge thing at play here that's going to be that's borderline impossible for Junko to overcome, and that's Agony. Agony is something Afton can also fully control, and Agony cannot be able to be destroyed by fire. I did not say that correctly. I apologize. Agony cannot be destroyed by fire, as shown in Security Breach. I think Security Breach is probably the better form to use here. In Security Breach, there's a creature called the Blob. And the Blob is essentially every single destroyed thing in the FNAF 6 fire formed back together through Agony. And these things have been burnt twice. They've been destroyed in the FNAF 3 fire and in the FNAF 6 fire. And this thing will not... And also in the Security Breach fire also. But it will not die, and the Blob is so huge that it can connect it to itself through the entire giant security system of Security Breach while being asleep.
The issue that I have with this, though, the Blob is the true winner here. Yeah, first time he's got mentioned anywhere. The issue that I have with that is that just the Monokumas are gonna blitz, and obviously they have a strength advantage, but they also have a major speed advantage on the William and the animatronics, and having a strength and speed advantage would just allow him to just ram through and absolutely just destroy all of them and leave them without a physical body. My next matchup should be Goku versus Sonic. No. You want to see me cry for a cast?
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, but the main issue for Springtrap is that Junko analytic abilities would just allow her to predict everything Afton has. That's what Annihilate just said. That's the thing, is that
but there's a point where Junko is very intelligent, but there's a point where you have to be like this is so Remnant and Agony in this kind of possession is just so far out of everything you've seen that you're kind of giving her a lot of benefit of the doubt, I feel like.
Yeah, but also at the same time, if she sees her entire army is getting possessed, she will know just to self-destruct and make them all blow.
But as I said before, I was more getting to this point. Even if she destroys the Monokumas, for one, as you said, they have superior feats over stats, right? But again, eventually, they will be on Afton's side. That's an inevitability. Because Afton will be able to control them through Remnant, or him himself can be inside of them.
If they're all bunched together, maybe, but also...
But even just one would be good enough.
Yeah, one would be good, but also,
and then that one can infect other ones, and then it can just keep going and going and going.
That's the thing, though. She would realize that the Monokumas are turning, and then she just blows them up. And especially
And
because she
then
has a
when
bunch...
that happens, and when she destroys them, because she can't do that, when she destroys them, it won't matter. Because the agony that was inside of them, and Afton can control agony, as we know from the books.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Monokumas would be formed back together, and then there would just be giant mounds of trash Monokumas that are fighting against her.
Mm-hmm. I just want to get to the speed, because there's, I think putting a number on Junko's speed is very important here. Danganronpa has multiple FTL calcs. Mm-hmm. There's even some from Mufi has said all Monokuma units have a backup system to overwrite hacking.
Right, but this is not technological hacking. This is biologically destroying a mechanical device.
It is. I still think that, you know, it is. Will this podcast also be on Spotify? I don't know yet.
We cannot afford a Spotify deal, guys. Come on now.
But Makuro, obviously, who I've said Junko has reacted to a person who fought Maguro. I can dodge and perceive both bullets as though they are frozen in midair, which gets to about.
Fennec, I hope I got your name right, says one of Springtrap's biggest advantages would be the illusion disc, which would completely mess up Junko's ability to battle properly. Not really.
Not really. We covered that. Yeah.
It mostly just it would confuse her. You're like, wow, why do they look different? But it's not gonna like make her blurry eyed and make her see. I mean, I guess it could.
Yeah.
And it would affect the Monokumas also. But again, they have ways of. They can also.
They could just have speed, really.
Yeah.
Especially like I said, because there's that calc and there's the Monokuma units who can dodge EM waves being shot by Kamaru in Ultra Despair Girls, and this gets to 1% the speed of light. If you the thing is though, Monokuma and
Cormac says, also, can we talk about the potential kaiju fight here? We will talk about it.
We will talk about it. Yeah. The thing is that Toko specifically notes that the Monokumas in Ultra Despair Girls are lesser than the Monokumas in the standard Monokumas. So you could potentially upscale that speed feat. Also, there's something else I haven't talked about with Junko as well that I kind of want to do right now.
Go ahead.
Whether you count V3 or not is very debated in the Danganronpa community. I've seen certain versus debaters do it. I've seen other versus debaters not do it. So I'm going to briefly cover some of that. With the obviously I'm talking about the Despair video.
Oh, Monokuma's here!
What?
He's
The
here!
bro turned up! Bro heard you talking smack about him, and he pulled up.
Yeah.
He pulled up! He pulled up! Nah, what was you...
No, I'm not against you, man.
Pin, what was you saying? Pin, was he...
Afton's gonna solo you. He's gonna destroy you.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Oh, me?
Turning it on your head. And it's exactly a question that you've asked. Can Springtrap resist mind manipulation?
Are you talking about? Are you gonna bring up the thing where Junko could show something that just makes you want to kill yourself?
There's two things that I can bring up. I have a question. If Afton ends up possessing Monokumas, would they end up nerfing his reaction speed because Afton would still have to control them?
No.
I think it's an argument. I'd probably say no, though.
That's dumb. No.
But there's the Despair video, which you should be able to play quite easily, which would drive Afton completely mad.
No. Okay, here's my question to you, Saul. Has that video been played on other psychopaths similar to Junko before, and they've killed themselves?
The thing is, okay, now I gotta talk about Despair. Really?
Because the thing is, Springtrap's not normal. Mr. William Afton is not a normal person.
But also,
he literally, Springtrap is such a sociopath that when his children died, when his favorite daughter died inside of his own machine, he experimented on her in his basement.
Yeah, but also, like, it isn't like, oh, it makes you very messed up. Despair is like an actual just concept within the Danganronpa universe, you know. Hope and despair. Oh, we will talk about Glitch Trap versus the Junko AI. We will talk about it.
kind of brought this up in the beginning. We'll talk
about it. We'll talk about it. The thing is, like, but the video has worked on. So basically, in the second game, and I know second game feats are contentious because it takes place in the Neo World program. I'm not sure how their AIs compare. We will get into that in a minute. But it isn't just it makes you just messed up. No. It like brings you down to the fundamental level. And there's another thing that I wanted to bring up, which was I think it's the flash backlight. Something in the third game which can remove memories.
That won't matter.
Isn't Glitch Trap a digital copy of Afton rather than...
We're going to talk about it! We're going to talk about it! Stop bringing up Glitch Trap.
Thing is,
it's not important right now.
If he manages to remove... I'm just looking at the chat. I can't take it seriously right now. If he removes Springtrap's memories, then he's just
No. He has a way around that. He has a way around that. Remnant... I'm sorry. I keep bringing up Remnant.
I can't.
Remnant, as stated, is not just a soul. It's the memories of a being.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not gonna... It's Remnant... William Afton's Remnant is literally... It's a biological thing that it's like it's not physical, but it's like a thing that you could see, right, and feel.
Mm-hmm.
And it affects... It, like even like something like Glitch Trap is like possibly a form of Remnant, which is like his memories and being put into digital programming, right? Which is contentious, but we'll talk about it later. So the problem is the memory manipulation will most likely not work on beings.
Can't wait to meet you to join the animatronic family. Monokuma, no!
See, he's going on my side!
Monokuma, I will ban you.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is Remnant, I don't think... Because, like, to compare to something else, something like Ford's memory gun...
Who's winning right now?
It's like a physical blast that'll blast something.
Yeah.
But this is more like her showing something, right?
Yeah.
That's more like what it is.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that'll work because Remnant is like a physically attached memory.
I still think it could mess up his body, though.
Possibly, but that doesn't really matter for somebody like Strap.
I've got my notes of all of Junko stuff here because yes, I created notes.
And to go back to the other thing that you talked about with breaking, I want more context of breaking down somebody fundamentally.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The despair video. It turns psychotic and stuff, but it also kind of allies him with Junko in a way, and like they would just happily kill themselves. And we've seen the despair video in action. At least what's on the despair video. I want to say something like, it was very weird, but I discovered Danganronpa way younger than I should have. And
what does stuff have to do with anything?
No, I just think it's funny to bring up. You know, we can have a bit of fun here. And
stop beating around the bush.
I'm not beating around the bush. I'm having fun. I was saying I came across there's like a scene on the despair video. It's like a bunch of students killing each other, which is what she used for footage. Which is what she used for footage.
He would like that.
Hmm?
He would like seeing that.
Yeah, no, but it manipulates the mind. It's not just you see it and then you want to do it. It's a lot more mind manipulated. I saw that when I was like a young teenager. Don't watch Danganronpa when you're young.
To answer your question, Saul, that you first asked, can Springtrap resist mind manipulation? I'm gonna say yes. I think Remnant is such a substance that it holds so much integrity to a being, and like memories are a big thing, and we know from the Sister Location books and this is not just the FNAF books in general, and Sister Location, that when Remnant interacts with another machinery, or specifically children are inside of robots. Why is everybody laughing in the chat? What happened?
Because the Jonkler appeared.
What? I was like, oh man, is everybody laughing at me? Come on, guys. Anyway,
I thought Pin was a girl.
What the hell?
Pin, you're not beating the girl allegations.
I am a girl, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Remnant holds too much substance as a memory conduit that, besides like I guess physical things like fire, it can't really like mind manipulation won't really work on things with Remnant. I would say. I'd argue anyway. Because it's been stated a lot that Remnant holds the memories of beings connected to it. And, since Springtrap is like, his body is part of the robot, and like Remnant's like he can control it so expertly, I don't feel like memory manipulation would work on him. Or like mind hacks in general, really. Besides, I feel like a high caliber. It's like way like it could affect beings who can resist that also, or something like that.
I read in Monokuma vs. Core Sensei blog that Monokuma has soul hacks. I don't really care. Could Junko just erase
There's no way he does not.
Yes, actually.
What soul hacks?
Okay, so in Danganronpa V3, which V3 is contentious to use, but I've seen people use it because it's debatably.
Well, it's in an artificial world, right?
No. That's the second game. That's the second game.
Okay.
The second game is where the AI. The third game's contentious because of the twist at the end. Spoilers for the third game. If you care. I don't know why you've been here for 40 minutes. It's basically, the whole Danganronpa thing is like, it was set up by Team Danganronpa, and it's like a fake thing. But basically, in one of the...
what?
Yeah, it's so stupid. Anyway, which also might be a lie. But I've seen people include it. In one of the executioners, one of the guys, he gets tied up, spun around, blah, 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 dropped, and he dies, and his soul begins to leave his body, right? And Monokuma just has, like, salt, which could disintegrate the soul. So, yeah, he technically has soul hacks. It's just depending on what, if you are you taking that game into consideration, which I know is debatable.
Well, let's take it into a debate. So what happens is like his soul starts leaving his body, and he sprinkles salt on a non-physical object, and it goes away. So what I'm guessing it's saying is like the salt, like the more spiritual salt that can do that, right?
It destroys the salt, like not salt. It destroys the it destroys the soul.
Well, what I'm guessing that's referring to is not because it's like a seance. Like,
that's the theme of the execution, but also it is directly interacting.
So it's not destroying it.
I did that!
Is it so much destroying it, or more of just sending his spirit away?
No, because his spirit tries to go up to his sister, who he has a very interesting relationship with, because Danganronpa is weird.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
So it's not as much as a seance. It's basically, the execution is built up like a seance. But Monokuma at the last minute goes, no, you die.
Okay. That wouldn't work.
I'm also not bringing up other V3 stuff. Like, I know you could technically argue the Exocell mechs.
But again, that wouldn't work anyway.
I'm the new Demon Slayer.
I believe that, again... Remnant doesn't work the same way that other souls work. Remnant is a physical thing that attaches to other beings. It has been stated over and over and over and over and over and over again in the books, the games, everything. The only thing that can destroy Remnant is fire. There's no anything
I think
spiritual like that.
Springtrap actually resisted having his soul plucked out, or
what?
Directly attacked.
Kinda. Nah. I mean, again, it won't matter.
Because yes, Remnant can be destroyed by fire. That's his main weakness. But if there's no reason to indicate why he can't resist this, I don't know why he would.
Well, because the souls work differently from Danganronpa to FNAF, and FNAF souls are remnant. Like, that could be dispersed, relocated, and that kind of stuff. And what I'm saying is, this is going so back to, like, the beginning of this live stream. To go back, we know what would sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. What would happen, because Junko would she know to use that?
I mean, like...
Would she know that, would she come to the conclusion that...
would.
Right.
Would
he though?
But does Junko have any fire hacks? Yeah, we stated this earlier. She has a lot. She has Monokumas with flamethrowers, grenades, self-destructs.
But I'm asking, like, without giving the benefit of the doubt, would he realistically assume that what's happening is that when he's destroying the animatronics and hurting them or touching them at all, because they're going to be, like, as you agreed, they have no way to resist that kind of biological mental manipulation that Remnant would cause to them, and that Afton would control them. Mm-hmm. Would they assume that Springtrap is hacking the Monokumas, or that, like, it's soul transferring shit?
I could argue both, which then they're a Junko...
But why would they assume it's soul? Is it in character to assume that kind of stuff? Saul.
Boom. I also want to bring up other executions as well.
But why would... I'm just... Answer my argument, Saul.
I will. Give me a minute. Like, maybe not right away.
I feel like you're giving a lot of the benefit of the doubt here over what they could figure out.
Yes, Junko could win if she turns Afton into butter, unless Afton can resist that.
Remnant butter?
Yeah, but also, you know. Can he resist transmutation?
I mean, I guess not.
Like the cage of death.
So what? Does she just, like, spin something super fast and it turns into butter or something?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the thing that was is it like a machine that's turning something into butter?
It's a cage.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Well, if it's metal, he would be that cage. He's Cage Trap.
Cage Trap.
Sorry to tell you.
I don't think Cage Trap is doing much, son.
But he would still be alive. He always comes back.
Cage Trap.
Okay. Now, to go back, can Monokuma figure out anything with that kind of shit? Because he's smart, but is he gonna figure that
Junko
stupid shit out? Would she though?
Remnant and Agony are starting to sound awfully similar to the Power Cosmic. Literally.
Yeah, it could just... There's just so much it could do.
Yeah, it turns someone inside out into butter.
Well, I guess it'd be metal butter then.
Which then, you know, would be classed as a death. Thing is that...
The thing with Afton is, like, what is death?
Junko has experience with transferring souls as she done it in DR2. Not in...
What? What do you mean?
Hey, man.
You mean, like, into the digital world? Is that what...
I mean, considering the digital executions... Like, I don't think... Because they're just standard executions.
Yes, it is Monokuma in the chat, and he's about to be on Afton's side through Remnant. He's going to control them.
I still think that Junko and the Monokumas will speed blitz and destroy all of the...
And I'm agreeing with you, but the problem is when they destroy them, they will also be infected.
Yeah, but also...
And then they're going to infect other Monokumas, and that's just going to be a big thing. And when Junko's like, oh shit, my army's being controlled, she will, as you said, destroy them, right?
Realistically.
But again, it's not going to get rid of them, because as we know through, it's like a book called Ravenbeak or some shit like that.
What
happens is...
reference?
What's going to happen is the Monokumas that were destroyed and the sister location animatronics in Afton's body will all form together to create something even bigger. The Agony machine that he can control. Yeah, the Kaiju trash Afton that he can control.
She would still outstart the Kaiju.
But it's controlled by also the Monokumas. And as you said, that Junko and Monokuma should be similar to each other.
From what I know, in DR2 are fine, since nothing but their physical stats were changed, but considering abilities and tools in there shouldn't count. It's debatable, because I've seen it used for both.
So,
thing is, though...
What's your response to that?
About the,
Monokuma's helping the trash Kaiju equal the stats.
Would it help equal the stats?
Well, you said that Monokuma and Junko were similar, like the first question I asked you. So, yeah. They're similar.
Okay, and then if they are somehow equalized, which I still think is very debatable, what would, like, what does Springtrap do then?
Kill her?
I mean, if they're equal.
Kill her? Kill her. Well, no, it's a giant kaiju monster. He's gonna be way more powerful than she is at that point.
Do you have any feats to back that up?
Because, as you said, the Monokumas that are also infected with him will also be combined into the trash pile, and that would equal the stats out and make him stronger. That's the problem.
I'm pretty sure we have made an entire fake cave with illusions in the box.
Well, we're not going to be in. He's not going to have time to do that during this fight.
Could you imagine Bro sets up a cave?
Oh, hey, 1 second. I guess he can lead them down there, but...
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's your response to that when he makes giant Monokuma Kaiju to fight Junko?
Get Springtrap in the chat? Yeah. Get him. Get him and Monokuma to talk.
He's too busy being dead forever. What's your response? What's she gonna do against that?
The trash kaiju. Obviously, we're just assuming that the Monokumas would equalize the physical body. He's not going to be able to get to that though, because Junko's just going to speed blitz and destroy his body, which then would leave the Monokumas without being able to get possessed.
What do you? Okay, but you're acting like. But no.
Hey, all,
no,
Springtrap here.
No.
Hey, all, stop here.
Listen to me, Saul. I asked you the question, what would Junko do in character? She would not herself go out there.
No, but I mean, the Monokumas could speed blitz and just one-shot Afton.
But they would still be infected.
Yeah, we're assuming that it would infect her entire army. She would still have the Monokumas left.
Right, but then those Monokumas would affect other Monokumas, and that would just create a big system network that Afton could control.
And that's assuming they would all be together. Like I said, she has many range ones.
Right. But it won't matter.
No, she doesn't. No, Springtrap doesn't get the fucking ball pit.
I mean, even if he did, it's an entire other building that he can't really just go to.
Yeah.
During the fight, I mean, I guess he could. Actually, I guess he could technically go sneak off and go.
No, that's stupid though.
It is dumb, but it's hilarious. Think about.
It is.
Okay, but
we are getting close to the hour.
Okay, but so we've already discussed that Junko dies.
Whoa! I have not said that.
You have no... Okay, let's talk about their AI's intelligence at this point.
Oh, the AIs just do nothing.
Basically, and I know I already said this at the beginning, but for people that are here now, Glitch Trap for all intents and purposes will be included for Springtrap, even though I know it's debatable because like. He's also.
Oh, sorry, Junko. I'm just gonna get my time machine I left on the other side of town. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Glitch Trap will pretty much do nothing.
The Glitch Trap wouldn't be able to affect the Monokuma AIs, but also the Junko AI wouldn't really be able to affect the. I
mean, he can affect other AIs.
Yeah, but also, he can, but I'd argue that the Junko AI is more powerful.
I can agree with you, because the Glitch Trap AI is impressive, for sure. The virus, anyway. But it has been defeated many times through, even in, like, FNAF VR, he's been split up through coding and put into other things. He's hard to get rid of, like in virus terms, but I'm sure the Junko AI is powerful enough to delete him.
Yeah, it really just depends on where you put her power.
And even if Glitch Trap like somehow got into Junko's mind, she is probably way more mentally powerful enough to overcome him.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I'd say so. Do you think that we can make the poll now?
Sure. Put in the chat. So to recap, Junko and the Monokuma army she has are physically the stat trilogy. Just have the strat trilogy together. I don't know. Trinity. My apologies. What else
Junko's AI comes from the Ultimate Programmer's talent, so I think it's more advanced. Yeah.
I mean, Glitch Trap is literally just a virus. That's what he is. So
Can Junko survive Springtrap's insane may win? Okay, I say we could just post
No.
a poll.
no comment on that. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, Alex.
Feel free to vote.
What Alex just brought up is actually important. For one, the hacks is gross that you're dragging up. The
Gross.
pregnancy hacks. And two, it would not work on Junko. What? How are you all voting for Junko after my impressive Springtrap?
Whoa, don't get mad.
I'm already angry.
I accidentally
How
picked
dare
Springtrap.
I?
I'm pretty sure you could change your vote on polls.
My Afton hacks, the Afton hacks is working.
We'll leave it open. We have 27 viewers. That's a lot.
It is. I'm actually pretty happy.
Yeah. I guess now, because it's gonna end soon. What could the Jonker survive Remnant?
It doesn't really affect humans the same way it does machines, so probably.
Oh, we're tied up. Oh, Springtrap taking it by 1.
Yeah.
This is a lot closer than people think, though.
I don't think overall. What I will say is I don't think Junko really, without Junko having a way to instantly eviscerate Springtrap in his army, I don't think she's going to overall win because I think her Monokuma army will be under his control. And if she destroys them, then the Kaiju comes out and just kills her.
I'd still argue that she's stronger, she's faster, and then she'd be able to burn away the Remnant.
But then, Agony...
Does he need his physical body to create the after amalgamation?
I mean, can she eviscerate something?
I mean, she can destroy him, but does he need to be together?
No.
Okay.
He's been the blob has been bits and pieces, and that is way less impressive than Afton is, and that can just put itself back together. No, he does not need to be whole. And I think even in the books, he was just like a skeleton when he put himself together.
Mm-hmm. Next matchup is me versus Junko.
Joker wins that. I don't think that's that contentious to say that.
Yeah, it would be a hell of a thing.
Ooh, we got 16 votes right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Do we want to put the poll anywhere else on the sub, maybe?
It would take a bit to get traction. I'd rather just get it here and now.
Yep. Oh.
Right. I think I can call it here. I will end the poll.
Look at that.
And Springtrap has won. Good job, Hin.
Woo!
You
I won the very
well.
first. Yeah, Remnant's a hell of a thing for Junko to get past. It's way more bullshit than I thought it was. That's for sure. You did good too.
Yeah.
You actually got me on if Springtrap could survive memory manipulation. I really dig deep for that one.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the cast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah.
We'll probably end up doing this every 2 weeks, kind of spread them out.
And if you guys have any suggestions, make sure to maybe put it on the sub or maybe put it in the chat right now.
We might make a server.
Yeah.
We currently have this server, which we kind of just made so we can hop on call.
Without any distraction.
If you guys want to be a part of the cast in any way, just let us know. We'd be happy to bring some guests on, some judges, even people who want to debate. But for now, thank you all for turning out. It's been a very fun cast.